25 past the hour, 63 degrees. What would a Sunday be without our good friend Sally Cunningham here? And you know, Sally, it's kind of wet outside, so a lot of people probably going to be staying indoors, but it's a good time to catch up on some indoor planting.
It is, and it's a good time to go indoors at the Erie County Fair. If you haven't been to the fair and you're going, you may not know that the horticultural entity, the Federated Garden Clubs of America, are now under the former casino, under the racetrack area, rather than in the Creative Arts Building where they used to be, and that's 4-H now. So go see what the women are doing and teaching you about horticulture. I brought an example of a fine plant today because I have found that August has been just great for gardening. There's been just enough rain and then it dries out. This is an repeat blooming daylily called Rosy Returns, and I really like Rosy Returns. It's a good workhorse, a little performer, although there certainly are more exciting, big, tall daylilies with multiple blooms per stem. You need some of these workhorses that if you deadhead them, here, I'm taking off yesterday's blossom, daylilies bloom for a day, then you will get many, many more. So I'll be happy to answer some garden questions, but just to encourage you, we don't even think about fall until October sometime in gardening. We have still 6 weeks of active gardening to do, and you can plant landscapes and gardens right through October.
All right. Yeah, our first caller's coming from North Tonawanda. Good morning, Susan. And we may have lost Susan there. All right, I was just noticing, though, this plant, you said just one day and they're gone like that?
Yes, the reason for the name daylilies
Makes sense.
Each flower lasts one day.
And then how soon until it replants, though,
well,
or it gets
see,
blooms
all
again?
these little buds are going to come along. So I'm looking at 12 days of different flowers now, and if you keep clipping them off, more will follow behind.
Okay, now we have Debbie on the line from Buffalo. Good morning, Debbie. What's your question? We're having a day here today. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it must be that weather. I'll tell you about something coming up. I have an activity coming up. Put on your calendar September 10th. The Fall Garden Fair. At Lockwood's Greenhouses, they bring together vendors of everything to do with gardening and art and pottery and even jewelry. I'm always wearing their jewelry. But September 10th, the Fall Garden Fair, and it's day of classes, and I'm going to be giving a class on what to do in September and October. Fall gardening, it's really can be even more active than spring.
Okay, you were mentioning that there's lots going on at the Erie County Fair. Today is obviously the last day. If someone hasn't been there yet and they want to maybe do some of those horticulture type things you were mentioning, what can they expect?
Well, I also want to remind us that the Erie County Fair, these fairs are about agriculture. It's really not about fried hamburgers and dough and all that stuff.
Which are good, but...
Yeah, well, maybe. But it's really about agriculture, and you can go to the agriculture buildings and see the winning apples and the winning blueberries and the winning everything and floral displays.
Animals, things of that nature also.
It takes you back to the roots of what our farms are about, and without farms, we have nothing.
That's very true. All right. Do we have another call on the line? Did we hear that? No, we do not. Okay, so Sally, you have any other things you want to plug for us?
Well, sorry about the people who couldn't call in, but I want to say this is a great time to plant. And if you're going to be planting now, just use a lot of compost in the hole. Get your plants in the ground now. Plan and go to garden centers where they have things you don't usually see. Japanese anemones and echinidum are just coming in. Late flowering plants, there can be a lot more excitement in our gardens if you just get out there and look around now.
All right, thanks, Sally. And we do apologize once again for the technical difficulties. We'll try and get them next time around. Thanks so much for joining us, Sally.
Thank you.
All right.